guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a quick little get ready with me video using the Smashbox Cali contour palette that I've been raving about. I wanted to show you how I've been using this every day for just like a everyday natural look, and how nice it is to just be able to use one palette for like almost everything. I mean, I did use other products obviously, but it's really nice to like use minimal products and get like a really nice natural look. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys soon. I'm just starting with some lip balm, the Burt's Bees Nourishing Lip Balm. I've been feeling really under the weather all week long and my lips have been super dry, but I'm finally starting to feel a little bit better. I feel like I've pretty much for the past week looked how I felt, and that is absolutely horrible. But I wanted to put on some makeup today, and maybe it'll make me feel a little bit better. I feel like I'm feeling a ton better, and so I thought I would just do like a get ready with me. I'm using the Cali contour palette today, which I've talked about recently, like being in love with this palette. So I'm just going to show you how I use it. It's going to be a really natural, easy look, but hopefully it'll make me feel better. I'm going to start with my sunscreen. Before I applied my sunscreen earlier, maybe like an hour or two ago, I used these products from, what is this? Timeless. The argan oil, the squalene, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce that right, squalene, and then hyaluronic acid. And I just put like a couple drops of each of these in the palm of my hand and just kind of like press it into my skin. I've been using these all week and my skin feels very like moisturized and healthy. I've been using them in the morning and in the evening, and my skin's been feeling nice, so I like that. It just doesn't feel dry at all. It kind of has like a little bit of a glow. And now I'm applying my Australian Gold mineral lotion. It's a mineral sunscreen. I'm not going anywhere today really, but just to have a little protection on my skin. I do have like light coming in through the windows. Okay, so I'm going to start with my eyes today, and I'm using a concealer for my eyeshadow base, and this is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Light Sand. So I'm just going to take that on my eyes and below. And I'm just going to, actually, I think I'm going to use my fingers today to just blend that in. I usually use a sponge, but I'm just gonna try with my fingers today. I love this palette so much. It's so simple, but just really nice. This Smashbox palette, and I love like the formula. They're very soft, I feel like. And like easy to blend and work with. I'm just gonna, whatever is on my finger, kind of just spread it around. Conceal that area. My skin's been really red lately. I think it's just because I haven't been feeling well, because I feel like it's much more than usual. So now I'm taking my sponge. It's damp. I'm gonna squeeze it out a little bit more and just go over it, even though I've blended it out. Just kind of make sure it's really blended. And now I'm gonna go into my palette, and I'm gonna use this like bone shade. Let me see if they have, I feel like they're backwards. There's not really names, but I'm just going to use a flat brush and just kind of tap it on to set the concealer. I feel like I need like just a tad lighter maybe I mean, this color works, but if it were just like a tad bit lighter, it would be a little better for my skin. And then just blend it out with the other side of the brush. I don't know what this brush is. It's a Pure Cosmetics brush. Okay, so I just cleaned my brushes, so they're not all the way dry yet. I cleaned them with alcohol, so they should be dry pretty quickly. So I guess I'm gonna go in and fill in my eyebrows while I'm waiting for those to dry. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills in taupe. Okay, that, I don't know how the heck I got that. That line is way too thick. Okay, my brushes are still not completely dry, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do my face part and then go back to my eyes. I'm using Estee Lauder Double Wear in, what is this? Sand. And I'm just gonna put some on my sponge and just start tapping it in. I feel like this has been looking really yellow on me lately. Like halfway through the day, I'll notice that it just looks very yellow. I think I might need to switch up my foundations again and start using something else for a little while. Like, maybe it's just my skin. Maybe because I'm sick, like, it's just not looking the greatest. I don't know. I don't get sick very often, but when I do, I feel like it hits me really hard. I mean, this week was like, I mean, I went to work every day. And it was just really rough. Really rough. But I got through it. It really makes you like feel bad for people when they are sick. Like, you don't think about how like bad they feel until you're sick, and then you're like, okay, wow, that makes me feel really bad for people. I do get migraines really frequently, but that's like a different kind of, like, that puts me out. But like being sick really like put me out. Like, I couldn't do anything, which is what happens usually when I get a migraine. Like, I can't do anything for like days. Okay, so now I'm gonna start with feels like my skin's pretty dry. I'm gonna use this shade right here. It's like the lighter, like, looks like maybe more of a, not really a contour, but kind of like the bronzer shade. This one looks more like a contour, like that taupey shade, like that taupey, like cool shade. And this one's a little bit warmer, so I'm using the warmer one. What's the matter, Rusty? What's wrong? And I'm taking it like a little bit above my contour. Like, my contour line is right here, and I'm just going right above that. I've been trying to stay a little bit higher on my face with my contour so that I'm not going too low and like dragging my face down. I think it's all about the placement and where you put it, because it can really change the way that your makeup looks. And I'm all about lifting, because lifting makes you look younger, right? And I've been making sure to get right here, because sometimes in the past I would kind of forget this area. And then a little bit on my nose, down the sides. and then a little bit on my jawline. And the only thing that was good about my sickness is that I lost a few pounds. We have like this weight loss challenge at work, and I really didn't want to join because I don't have a lot to lose, and it's kind of like people look at you like, why are you in a weight loss competition? But it was kind of like we all just did it so that we could like a team thing. So now I'm taking this cooler toned contour color, and I'm just lightly going right underneath that, like on the edge of it. And like people are doing really good. We had like our first monthly weigh-in, and oh my gosh, like people are really doing good. I am so impressed that they've been like so consistent. Like that's really inspiring. It's hard to lose weight and it's hard to stay focused, and when you're doing it like as a team, I feel like it helps everybody. Okay, so I think that's good for contour. I'm not gonna go overboard today. What's the matter? Come here, buddy. Come here. You wanna say hi too? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, buddy. You wanna come on? Come here. Come here. Oh, you guys never get to see Rusty. This is Rusty. He's a big baby. Oh, buddy. He probably thinks I have food or something. Ugh. He's a big boy. He weighs like 28 pounds now, I think. Okay, so now I am going to apply some blush because I can't skip this step. I love blush. Like, I feel like it makes you look healthy, especially this week. I feel like I've been really trying to use a little bit more blush to make me just look like I feel a little bit better. This is the Blissful blush by Tarte, and I just like to put it on my cheeks and then kind of like blend it upward like that, keeping it like a little bit higher on my face than I was in the past. I must seriously. No more. Neighbor dog. They like freak out. It's like you see the neighbor every day. Like, why are you gonna freak out? They have a dog over there. I think they might have 2 dogs over there, but they literally like see them, and every time they act like they're like a stranger. Like, seriously, you guys. Today I took Dutch and Hazel to get their rabies shots and microchipped, and there was like a clinic at the Humane Society, and afterward I took them to the dog park. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. I took Marley, Hazel, and Dutch to the dog park, and they had so much fun. Like, Hazel just loves everybody. She's such a sweet girl. And Dutch was super funny because he was like, we all went in and they kind of all went their separate ways, and then he was like, you know, running around and playing, and then like I would look for him because he would just be gone playing, and when I would see him, he would look at me and just take off running the other way. Like, no, I'm not ready to go. Like, he thought I was gonna take him to leave, but I'm using the Soft and Gentle from MAC with a sponge. So when it was time to go, I like got Hazel and Marley and I took him to the car, and then I came back because he was like nowhere to be found. So I came back in to go try to get him, and thinking it was gonna be like a task. And like I went around this corner and I saw him, and he was like probably, I don't know how far away, but he was pretty far. Like I could barely see his little white and black body, and he saw me and he just like started running towards me, and it kind of made me feel good. I mean, obviously he was probably like, felt like he was lost because it had been a while since I saw him previously because I put the other dogs away, but it made me feel good that he like recognized me. So he ran up to me, and then he like pretty much stayed with me the rest of the time until we left. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my palette and start on my eyes. I like to start with this reddish shade. It's like a reddish brown type of shade. And I'm using just a big blending brush, and I'm just gonna put that right in the crease and kind of blending it into the outer corner. Focusing on those two areas and then just like blending it onto the lid. But they're getting better at the dog park. I feel like they used to be like super embarrassing, and they would like run up to people. Like they weren't even concerned with the dogs. They just wanted to say hi to all the people. And now they're a little bit better. They're more focused on the dogs. It's like you have to socialize your dog and like get them used to being around like other people or seeing people. Like we go for walks in the neighborhood, but it's not the same because like we don't hardly have any dogs in our neighborhood. But like the dog park, I think is good for them as long as they're like vaccinated and all that stuff so they don't get sick. But they're so much fun. They just love it. It makes me so happy that they get to go and run. And then it's great because they're super tired and want to sleep for the rest of the day. So it's a nice break for me. Okay, now I'm gonna take this contour shade, the more cool contour, and I'm using a smaller brush. This is a 217, and I'm just gonna place that on the outer part of my eye. Just kind of tap it on and then blend it in towards the center. Rusty, no. You be a good boy. Yeah. Bless you. Do you want to go outside? And then I'm gonna take a little bit on just the very tip of the brush and just put it on the lower lash line. And then for my waterline, I'm using the Tarte Fake Awake. Just kind of like makes me look a little more awake and alive. Okay, I'm next gonna take this shimmery highlight shade. I've been using this too for highlight, and it's really pretty. It looks like the Soft and Gentle a lot. Actually, I'm gonna swatch those and see how similar. It might be a little more peachy. Yeah, so this one is the Smashbox and this one's the Soft and Gentle. Soft and Gentle does have a little bit more of like a frosty pink, and this one's more of like a champagne, but both very pretty. So I'm just gonna take that and apply it a little bit onto my lid. And then I'm using the Soft and Gentle from MAC and putting that right in the inner corner. I feel like I need to put something on my lips. They look really red. So I am going to use this NYX Lingerie and Cheekies. I've gone through about 3 or 4 of these. I just picked up another one. I like mixing it with lipstick. Actually, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to put a little bit of Please Me and then apply a little bit of this in the center. and just like a touch of this, because a little bit really does go a long way. So I just like to put it on and then blend it with my finger. Need a little bit more. And I like to wait until it dries a little bit before I apply my lip liner. Feels like it, you can see it a little bit better like that. It doesn't just slide around. It's like a mattifying lipstick, so it just like makes everything just a little bit more matte, which I do kind of like, and then adding like a tiny bit of lip gloss over it. Okay, so now to use this new liner that I've been using. Love this. This is from Tarte. It's the Tarteist Clay Paint Liner. And it's just super convenient to use. I just wipe off the tip. And it has like a little, it's not completely flat. It has like a little dip in it. So you can like place your brush there and just like get it on the brush. And I don't know, it's just a really like user-friendly packaging. I'm using the E05 from Sigma, and I'm just working it into my brush. And I'm gonna take a smaller mirror for this. It's kind of easier to use a smaller mirror. I'm just gonna apply liner to my top lash line. It's hard to talk and do this at the same time. But I like this a lot. I'm gonna wipe off my brush. You gotta make sure that your brush is really clean though, because sometimes I don't wipe off my brush every time, and if you have like product on your brush that's dry and then you try to use it, it's not as great. So a good clean brush works really good. It's really like smooth and creamy and glides on, and it's like a little bit thicker formula, but it's like really easy to work. Like it's really smooth. Like you don't need a lot of product, and it's like just glides on, and it's matte, which is also really nice. Hope that lighting isn't too bright. It's starting to get dark outside. Not really dark, it's only like, what is it? It's 2:30. Can't be getting dark. It's just kind of like overcast. Oh no, Hazel is really starting to snore. I don't know if you can hear that. It's pretty dang loud. You should hear it when they all start snoring together. It's like they have their own symphony. Okay, so I'm going to curl my lashes a little bit. And then apply some mascara. This is the Luminous Lash Paradise. I really like this, but every couple of days or so I have to like just wipe the brush off completely with like a paper towel, because it gets like kind of dried onto the brush. But once you do that, then it's good again for a couple of days. No. No. And after this, I'm gonna apply a little bit of lip gloss, and then I will be done. And that is just super simple. I am taking Forbidden by Bare Minerals, just a tiny bit to soften up like the matte. And then the last step, I do this a lot and I never tell you guys about it, and it's might not be the best thing to do, but I like to brighten up my eyes. And it also just kind of makes me look more fresh and awake. But I use like the Clear Eyes drops. And I feel like it just kind of helps to, I don't know, make you look fresher and more awake and blend everything together a little bit. Oh, there's one last thing I forgot to do. I've been using this Fit Me powder to like set my under eye concealer and bake like my contour, so I guess I'll do that. I just take a little bit with my sponge and first kind of like smooth out the lines under my eyes. And I do this anytime. Sometimes I do it last, sometimes I do it, you know, sooner, but I really like this because it makes my skin feel like super soft. Like even though I have makeup on, I can put this on and it like feels like I don't have like a lot on my skin. So just taking it along my contour. Can't believe I forgot this step. And then a little bit right there. And I don't use a lot, like, I mean, I don't go in and like really bake, but a little bit does make a difference. And I don't let it sit on too long either. But it does feel so nice, and I don't know, it just makes my skin just feel so luxurious. And that's pretty much it. Sometimes I'll take a little bit of Fix Plus to kind of meld everything together. I know I just had that. I just saw it. I'm just going to be going to the store after this and picking up some prescriptions and maybe a couple groceries. So this is the final look. Very simple and natural and perfect for work. And I love the fact that I use like minimal products. That makes me so happy when I can get like so much use out of one palette. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye.